Nope, nope. The angle's messed up
Oh,
now.
okay, it just went up in the air.
Right. Hopefully it doesn't fall. But you see, you
Yep.
want the switch to square in between,
Nope,
right?
nope, nope, the pendulum thing. Remember, we're going from southpaw over to orthodox, orthodox over to southpaw.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where we're
Yes.
stepping like
Yeah,
this,
you got
right?
step.
That.
Yep, but you got to step out first. Yep,
I remember now. Yeah.
yep, and roll your head to the side that you're going to. Yep. Now throw the 1-2 when you get over there. Whoa, where are you throwing that? That was good, but the other side was good. No, see, you should be at an angle, and you're not an angle on that side either.
Okay.
You're still pointed at him. You got to be, yeah. There you go, like that. Yep. Roll your head over. You're dipping, which is okay, but roll your head over too. Step out a little bit more. There you go. So you keep getting closer to the camera.
You want me to get closer, or you want me to?
I said you keep getting closer because you're stepping back in. You got to step out and then swing over. Roll your head. Quit dipping. There you go. Okay, now, can you push the camera towards the steps a tad?
Please don't fall. Please don't fall.
Still kind of high.
Okay, I messed him up. If it falls, it's on you, bro.
Okay. So I want you to go square up. Okay, so I want you to move to your left, slide your head over, move to your right, slide your head over. Nope, step over. Step and do that at the same time. Okay, not just back and forth. So go from right there, go to your right. Nope, you're not taking it's one whole step, so you should be one whole step to your right. Yep, then back to the center. Now to the other side. Yep. Don't stay over there like that. Well, sorry. What I mean is don't let your head stay over like that. Once you lean over, then your back stands straight up again.
Okay.
No, no, no. You're only moving one foot. Move both feet over. Okay, but see how you're still leaning? When you get over there, don't stay leaning over.
Okay.
Yep. Relax. See how you're not taking your foot? You can't lean like that because we may have to do something off of that. So just roll your head over. But why are you coming right back? Don't come right back. Stay over there for a second. So you're just pushing right back. That's a bad habit. Because look, what we might do is push yourself to the left, roll your head as you do it. Okay, now pivot in your orthodox stance. That's why we don't want to just rock yourself back and forth like that. Because then that's what you're going to do. Now sometimes pivot out. Now you wouldn't do it there. You would do it once you step left or step right.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so when you pivot out, then when you're coming back, just pivot back to square and step back over. Quit doing that back pedal thing. See, you're still kind of rounding it. Just come right back to that same spot after you pivot. Yeah, like that. You know what's throwing you off is because you're just pushing. You're not actually going one step over. So whatever the distance between your 2 feet is right now, that's how far you should be going to your left or your right. Yeah, but see, and then you're just going right back. Quit going right back. Look, remember, if you're squared up and I throw my jab, you're going to go to your right, and you're going to stay there, and you're going to throw a punch. But see, you're coming right back. Why are you doing that? Go over there and stay there. Because if you turn your head towards the steps, you can throw your right hand. No. Garrett, I'm throwing a jab at you. You're going to push yourself to your right. Turn your head towards the steps. Throw your right hand. Right? I mean, we did that when you were here. That's why I'm saying you can't just push yourself back. He's going to be right there. Now go the other way. Yeah. Okay, but I don't know why you keep turning your head back and forth. You still got to come back to square. Okay, now, those videos I sent you last night where you were moving, I want you to try and move like that without the bounce.
Okay.
So move back, left and right, forward and backward, all that you were doing, but do it without the bounce.
Okay.
No. See, that's not it. So you were moving squared up in those videos. So you can do it this way too. Just push yourself left or push yourself right.
Okay.
Don't make it so hard. See how hard that is?
Yeah.
Nice and easy, push yourself over. Get rid of that back pedal. That doesn't look good. So the difference of what you're doing right now is that's not pressing like you are in that video. The other thing that I got from watching that video, and there was one, two. Well, there's only 2 different opponents, but both of them, when you put them on the ropes, there wasn't much they could do.
Right.
Well, that's your wheelhouse right there, is putting them on the ropes. But to do that, you have to go left and right, in and out, left and right, in and out, till you see that opening, and then you take it. So that's what you're not doing right now.
Okay. I have to see it.
Steps are too big. When you're bouncing around, those steps were small. That was close. That was close what you just did. Yep. Get your feet down faster and it'll smooth it out. Okay, so here's the other thing I noticed. When you're switching like that, it's a lot smoother when you're trying to switch and back pedal at the same time. That switch back pedal is slowing you down.
Okay.
So do it how you just were doing it. Yeah, see, you did it again. Don't do that back pedal. Or at least don't do the back pedal the way you're doing it. Put it that way. Smooth that out. You're going out a lot. You're going out instead of going. It's when you were doing it in that video, it was left a few steps, right a few steps, left a few steps, in, out, left, right. I mean, when you were coming out, it was just for a second, and then you were going right back in, or you were going to your left or right. I know if I told you to bounce right now, you could do it. See, that's what I don't get. So you're going forward, and then you're taking like 2 and 3 steps back out. It would be 1 step out, then left to right, then back in, left to right, pivot. Okay, the other thing you're doing is you're running in. Stop running in. That's better. So look, that's kind of that hop, but it's not, because you're not getting crazy. The whole reason we got away from that hop is you started bouncing way too high, and then you were getting hit and it was throwing you off balance. What you just did there is very, very close to the bounce, but it's a step.
Okay.
So if you can remember that in your head, do that.
Let me try that.
Small little steps like that. But you've got to make sure that my other issue is you're never squaring up. You've got to square up and push to the left. You got to square up, push to the right. You got to be okay taking 3 or 4 steps to your left, not just 1. Should be going all the way around. I should be able to see the front of you, the back of you, both sides. You're telegraphing which way you're going by your shoulders. You're leaning. Well, if you were leaning, I'd be okay with it, but you're like just pushing your shoulder out, so I know exactly which direction you're going. Don't do that. Feet are too far apart. Do this for me. Just do this, because maybe this will help you. Bounce around and watch how quickly it comes back. Okay, keep coming all the way around, though. Okay, the only difference between that and the other way is you have to slow your feet down, and you have to actually take steps instead of bouncing. That's the only difference. And you know why you can do that? You're bouncing really well because you're up on your toes, but the second I ask you to step, your heels are on the ground. So move around on your toes.
that they called you.
Lawn pop.
Yeah, that like loan place they call not to.
Oh.
We.
So you're jumping in. You gotta slow down. I think the other thing that you're doing is when you're bouncing, you can go any direction you want. When you're stepping, sometimes you're pushing, like, let's say your left,
Right.
and all the weight's on your front foot. Instead of saying, okay, I'm going to stop here for a second, equal out the weight, 50 on my left, 50 on my right, and then I can do another move. But you're not doing that. You're like pushing yourself over, and then you feel like you got to move again.
Okay.
See, I think you got to realize some of those moves you can't punch off those. Can't punch off it. Why are we doing it?
Okay.
Just to look pretty? I think the biggest thing is you're not squaring up. We got rid of it, but you were drifting around a lot squared up. I mean, a lot.